In today's video, I'm going to go over the 3 ways to win in the Pokemon trading card game. So the first way would be obviously taking your prizes. So let's say you attacked with Reshizard, you have the requisite energy, and you knock out one of their Pokemon. If it's a regular Pokemon, you just take 1 prize card. If it's a GX, you take 2 prize cards. If it's a tag team, you take 3 prize cards. So all in all there, that was 3 attacks. That took all of the prize cards. Now, Pokemon give off different prizes for each one. Like I said, tag teams, they give off 3 prizes if they're knocked out. Regular GXs give off 1 prize, and a V card, like a Victini V or something, that gives off 2 prizes. VMAX gives off 3. But that is one way to win in the Pokemon trading card game, just by taking all of your prizes. That is the primary way, and I would say usually the main goal. Now the second way to win would be to deck your opponent out, or to get decked out. So let's say you are playing a mill deck, or your opponent's playing a mill strategy. They would go through and play cards that mill your deck. Mill means to simply discard. You're milling through your deck. So what that means is, once you get, let's say you've played a lot of hands, you're on like turn 4 or 5, and your deck is really, let's just stick all those right there. Your deck is really low, you don't have very many cards left, and let's say your opponent mills you for quite a few cards. So they're milling you out, and you drop down and you've only got 1 card remaining. So you reach over there and you take that card, and now you cannot draw any cards because you have none. Well, in the Pokemon trading card game, one of the rules is you must draw a card on your first turn. That is the rule. If you don't draw the card, you lose the game. If you cannot draw the card, you lose the game. So what that means is, when they mill you out, you simply lose. Once you've drawn that card, you have that turn to knock them out and win. If you cannot win on that turn, all they have to do is pass turn, and because you cannot draw a card, you lose. That is strategy number 2. It's pretty big right now, but strategy number 3, it's not really a strategy. Let's say you start with nothing but a lowly Jirachi in the active part. Now we're going for 3 ways to win. One was taking the prizes, the other one was mill by dropping your deck down to 0 cards. This is the third way. Let's say you've got 0 cards, or you've got some cards in hand, but you have no more basic Pokemon. We'll just pretend that's not there. You started with Jirachi, you had to pass turn, and then it's their turn. Now you have none on your bench. Let's say they attack, they knock out Jirachi. Because you have no Pokemon to promote, you automatically lose the game, because you have no Pokemon to take the place of Jirachi. If a Pokemon gets knocked out, you must have a Pokemon to take its place. If it cannot take its place, you lose. That is the third way to win. So to recap, we've got taking all of your prize cards, milling your deck so that you only have one card left to take, or you have 0 cards left in deck. That way you can't you can't draw on your next turn, or knocking your opponent out before they have any Pokemon on the bench. So, halfway through the game, if you've got only 1 Pokemon on the bench, they pull it up, knock it out, and you have no more Pokemon, then they will win because you have nothing left to respond with. But yeah, it's really short, really easy. That's how you win. That's the strategies. Build your decks around it, and we'll see you in the next video.